Archangel Michael says, in the next 30 minutes a hidden decision will be finalized. If you walk away now you will be walking straight into a trap. Archangel Michael says, you have only 30 minutes. Within this short window a choice tied to your name is being written into the unseen story of your life. A secret meeting has already begun and you don't even know it. The people involved have been watching you quietly waiting for this moment. One wrong step could lock you into a trap that won't be easy to escape. You are standing at the edge of something huge. Either you step forward with divine clarity or you fall deeper into confusion and loss. The spiritual world is shaking right now because of what's being decided in silence about your future. This isn't fear, it's prophecy unfolding in real time. That's why your spirit feels unsettled. Type Amen to get blessing 661. If you feel restless or uneasy, it's because your higher senses already know what's happening. Yesterday something was whispered about you and today it has turned into a vote being cast in a private place. The next 30 minutes won't be like any other moment this year. Someone you know, someone who once smiled at you is now taking steps against you. They are convincing others to finish what they started. And if you stay quiet or walk away, the silence will work against you. The choice being made without your knowledge could shape the next 7 years of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 884. That's why you were led here right now. Angels didn't guide you to this message by chance. Your name, your thoughts, your presence are all being weighed in a hidden conversation you cannot hear, but you feel the weight of it. Somewhere paperwork exists with your name written in red. A seal is being prepared. This decision doesn't only affect you, it touches your family, your finances, your path forward. The trap was built slowly piece by piece so you wouldn't notice. But your faith broke through just enough for this message to reach you before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 309. You're being watched more closely than you realize. What you do next, say next, even feel next matters. Your reaction will either confirm their fear or fuel their plan. The meeting isn't on earth, it's in a spiritual dimension, but those aligned with darkness have mirrors into this realm. That's why they sometimes know your next step before you take it. They expect you to ignore this, to scroll away or laugh it off. But if you keep reading you break the very plan they're depending on. Type Amen to get blessing 522. You've been called before by signs, the dream that felt too real, the repeated number you couldn't explain, the sudden chill on your skin. None of that was random. It was training for this exact moment. This trap isn't built from ropes or walls, it's built from forged papers, silence and spiritual lies. Once sealed, even those who love you won't be able to undo it. You're standing between two doors, one looks easy but leads to pain, the other looks uncertain but leads to destiny. The choice is yours, but the clock is moving fast. Type Amen to get blessing 270. The plot involves a name almost identical to yours. They're trying to swap your blessing into another's hands by using that similarity. If you don't stay alert now, they'll succeed. That's why this message feels like fire in your chest. It isn't fear, it's an alarm. Someone has been watching you more closely than you know. Last night a car with dark windows slowed near your home. You thought nothing of it, but heaven saw it clearly. A woman inside looked directly at your window. She already signed something false about you and it could be used against you within days. Type Amen to get blessing 711. A video exists with your name in it recorded just days ago in a room with blue walls. The words spoken there were against you. But Archangel Michael broke the dark timeline before it was completed and redirected you toward this light. That's why you can't look away from this message, it may be the very thing keeping you safe. Somewhere a signature is being forged to look like yours in a legal office far away. And unless you're aware now, that false document could block what belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 468. You may have trusted the wrong person with too much. They were meant to protect you, but when your name came up they stayed quiet. That silence was taken as proof and others believed you were guilty of something you've never even heard of. That's the root of this trap. This hidden choice could delay or cancel the very blessing you've been praying for, or release of finances, a property approval or an important call. If you don't interrupt the plan, you'll feel life slowing, draining and breaking down around you. Type Amen to get blessing 953. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. And preparation begins with awareness. Now your eyes are open to the quiet war over your life. Two people are at the center of this choice. One holds a grudge from long ago and the other envies the light of your destiny. They wear masks well. Even if you confronted them, they'd smile and twist their words. But their goal is simple, to take what was always meant for you. A land, an inheritance, recognition, or a divine opportunity was being drawn toward you, but their jealousy turned into sabotage. Type Amen to get blessing 120. Archangel Michael says, I came now because later would be too late. I've stood with you through storms you never saw, and I won't let you walk blind into this one. The enemy has played their move, but heaven has already answered. Don't panic, stand still in faith, speak only when led, act only when guided. Within these 30 minutes clarity will come, but only if you don't walk away. Your story is shifting even now. While they thought they were closing a door on you, another door higher and greater is opening. The false signatures will be exposed. The quiet whispers will be revealed. And what was meant to trap you will turn into proof of your protection. When you rise from this moment, you will carry an authority no lie can touch. This is not the end, it is the marking of a beginning written long before they ever plotted. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. Your name is still written in the book of destiny. What they tried to erase, heaven has underlined. What they tried to steal, the light has multiplied. This is your moment to stand, not shrink. Your spirit already knows the truth. You will not be buried by their decision, you will be lifted by it. And in the days ahead, what they whispered in darkness will become the stage where your light shines without fear. But this one requires you to step into authority. You are not meant to beg. You are not meant to shrink. The reason you feel drained is because the opposition against you has been steady, carefully calculated. Somewhere there is a file with your details, your birth date, your signature, even a copy of your ID. It has been used in a false record not to harm you with violence, but to quietly erase your claim to something important. The trap doesn't come loudly. It arrives as small delays, lost emails, missed calls, or a signature slightly altered. Your name has been mentioned 3 times in a private group chat. Screenshots exist, but if you wait too long the choice will already be sealed. Someone once mocked you for being emotional when you sense things, but that intuition is your greatest weapon. And now it is sounding the alarm for a reason. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The snare was woven by someone who actually owed you. Instead of gratitude they built lies. They have joined hands with another who recently stepped away from your life. Their partnership is dangerous because one holds the emotions, the other holds the supposed proof. Together they convinced someone with authority that you are unworthy of what is yours. You were never meant to be a victim, but the enemy has studied your delays, your kindness and your quietness. They are trying to use this to pass a false judgment. A name close to yours spelled slightly differently is already being inserted. Their plan is to confuse channels of blessing so it slips from your hands. But your light is rising higher than their shadows. Your name cannot be erased. It can only be delayed if you walk away. That's why this message burns in your spirit. Stay still but stay alert. Do not warn them. Do not expose yourself. Just prepare. Type Amen to get blessing 939. There is one ally still standing with you. This person knows more than they can say, but fear holds them back. They may reach out soon, their words may seem small, but hidden in them is a code only you will understand. Heaven is showing them dreams, visions of what is about to unfold if you don't awaken. They pray silently for you while the trap tries to form. If this scheme succeeds, it won't strike your body but your emotions. You'll doubt yourself, question your role, even consider surrendering something you once desired deeply. But don't retreat. If you rise now, the entire structure collapses. The enemy fears not your silence but your awakening. The moment you activate authority, their plans start to crumble. Type Amen to get blessing 227. Archangel Michael says, I stand as your defender with sword drawn, not just to fight but to cut the false agreements they are trying to seal behind your back. Somewhere a woman holds something of yours, a note, a photo, even a paper, and used it in a ritual space to close a path. She doesn't know the fire she touched, but her act sped up the countdown. That's why the decision is racing now instead of months later. You weren't supposed to find out. But divine timing cannot be stopped. The moment she lit that candle with your name in mind, your shield activated. Last week you felt sick suddenly, that was the ritual striking. Yet your higher self intercepted it, protecting you. The true battle isn't visible. It's in the unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 888. This message itself is not just a warning. It is the sword slicing through the invisible trap before it locks. You must stay still yet spiritually armed. Silence them with alignment. Break their words with your light. You are not reading by chance. You were led here as a final checkpoint. The clock ticks but nothing is sealed yet. You have 9 minutes before the final vote. Heaven watches to see how you respond. In the last months you felt delay, distance, and blockage. It wasn't failure. It was preparation for this moment. If this came earlier you wouldn't have believed it. But now, with everything feeling strange, you see. This is the origin. This is the cause. Type Amen to get blessing 612. A letter or call is about to come. It will seem ordinary, but the details matter, the names, the words, the signature. A woman will smile as she hands something to you, but her lips hide her real intent. Someone said your name boldly in a meeting you weren't invited to. They spoke as if they knew you, but they only repeated lies. They twisted your past to sound convincing. But now you are awake. And when truth rises, lies collapse. This trap ends if you stay still, aligned and powerful. Don't react with fear. Respond with strength. Type Amen to get blessing 119. You were not meant to stay hidden forever. That's why the unveiling had to arrive with urgency. The very ones who tried to write your end are now shaking because awareness has cracked their foundation. They are scrambling their steps, turning heavy their nights restless. What they touched that was yours has become cursed in their hands. The energy they aimed at you has started to circle back. Their circle is breaking apart. Their plans grow chaotic. Type Amen to get blessing 458. But this is not the moment to celebrate. It's the moment to be still, to watch, to wait. Because the trap is still active until heaven fully breaks the seal. A whisper is entering the ear of someone in power, someone who doesn't know you well, but they will feel your truth. This whisper will weigh heavier than the lies. And when they finally act, the decision meant to block you will flip into a decision that secures you. Type Amen to get blessing 901. You were not guided here by accident. The same angels who shielded you from worse storms are here again. The fire in your chest is not fear, it's the signal that alignment is near. The countdown is real, but so is your authority. Do not rush. Do not expose. Simply stand. Because when the last second strikes, it will not be the trap that closes, it will be the door of destiny opening in your favor. And when it does, everything they tried to steal will return multiplied. The delay will be broken, the file altered against you will vanish into nothing, and the false words will dissolve. You will rise not in weakness but in proof. What was designed to erase you will instead mark you as chosen. The unseen chord is shifting. What was against you is now for you. This is the confirmation that no decision, no lie and no false hand can erase what heaven already sealed. The heaviness you once felt is beginning to lift. It is not accidental, it is the evidence that divine forces have stepped in where human hands tried to interfere. Those who thought their secret words would seal your future are realizing that your destiny cannot be stolen. The more they push against you, the more light pushes back. Their own alliances are beginning to weaken under the weight of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 525. Someone who was convinced that they could manipulate the outcome is now unsettled. Their confidence is shaking, and though they may smile in front of others, their private thoughts are consumed by fear. The documents they held tightly are no longer in their control. Pages have shifted, voices have changed, and the divine hand is rearranging what was written against you. Your intuition is sharper than ever now. Do not dismiss the chills, the sudden pauses, the unexplainable signs. These are confirmations that your spirit is aligned with heaven's intervention. Archangel Michael says, "You are not walking into battle unarmed. I am here with the sword of fire, cutting away the snares that tried to bind you." Type Amen to get blessing 931. A conversation is about to surface, one that was never meant for your ears. It will arrive through an unexpected source, almost like an accident, but it will be exactly the proof you need. Screenshots, whispers, a misplaced file, this is how the divine uncovers hidden things. You are not being left in the dark, you are being given keys to step forward with authority. Do not confront them directly. Let their own actions expose them. The trap they built for you has become their own cage, and soon they will struggle to escape from it. The more they try to cover it, the deeper they fall into their own lies. Type Amen to get blessing 1047. Your dreams in the coming nights will hold significance. Pay attention to symbols, faces, and even numbers. These visions are not random. They are instructions and warnings dressed as images. The angels are encoding wisdom into your rest so that when you awaken, your spirit is already ahead of the attack. There is a woman whose jealousy fueled much of this scheme. Her hands touched something belonging to you, but what she thought was power has turned into a curse against her own peace. She feels restless because she unknowingly triggered divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 389. You may feel moments of sudden peace even while chaos tries to circle you. That peace is your sign. It means heaven has already shifted the balance. The energy they released to stop you is returning to them multiplied, and they cannot carry the weight. Watch carefully, those who laughed at your silence will now stumble over their own words. There will be an unexpected ally who rises for you soon. Someone you never thought would speak in your defense will suddenly use their influence to protect your name. They may not even know why they're compelled, but it is divine instruction moving through them. Type Amen to get blessing 682. The place where your name was spoken against is now being revisited. A new meeting, a new voice, a new decision is being made, and this time the atmosphere is different. The lies that once sounded convincing now feel heavy, untrustworthy, and hollow. The very person who tried to remove you will sense the shift and realize their control is slipping. Your role is not to chase or beg. Your role is to stand rooted in faith, watching as doors reopen without your effort. Grace is not delayed, it is perfectly timed. And the time for unveiling has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 1542. Signs will appear in threes for you, 3 names, 3 numbers, 3 chances. These will not be coincidences. They are confirmations that the spiritual trap is collapsing. Pay attention to these patterns, for they will guide your next steps and strengthen your confidence. Someone will attempt to reach out pretending to offer reconciliation or peace. But their motive is to test whether you know the truth. Do not give them answers. Your silence will disturb them more than any words could. Type Amen to get blessing 277. The shift will not just protect you, it will elevate you. The very stage they tried to block is where your voice will soon be heard. Invitations, recognition, opportunities will start aligning again. What was delayed is returning with greater speed because divine time has overruled human interference. Archangel Michael says, "Stand tall now." The seal of protection around your name is unbreakable. I have marked you with fire that no hand can erase. Their signatures mean nothing against the decree of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 934. Even your body is responding to this shift. The tension in your chest, the sudden waves of tiredness, the moments of lightness, they are all signs of energy moving. The old heaviness is leaving. A cleansing is taking place. Soon you will notice strength returning, ideas flowing, and doors opening where there were none. A face from your past may reappear, not to harm you this time but to bring clarity. They carry a missing piece, and though you may hesitate to trust, know that this moment is divinely guided. Type Amen to get blessing 1183. This is not just a victory for you. This is a statement to every force that thought you could be erased. Your rise is not quiet anymore, it will echo. And those who once doubted will now have no choice but to witness. The plans of darkness have collapsed and heaven's strategy has prevailed. The next days may feel strange, almost like time is bending. That is because your timeline has shifted back into alignment. What was stolen has been restored. What was blocked has been released. What was delayed has been accelerated. Type Amen to get blessing 1440. The story is not ending where they thought. The story is rewriting itself with you still standing stronger than before. You are stepping into territory that was marked off limits, but it was always yours. Now the keys are being placed back into your hands. Your awakening has changed everything. And though they scramble to recover, they will never undo what heaven has already sealed for you. But those who tried to trap you are now becoming uneasy. The shift is tangible, though they may not yet understand why. Subtle delays, small mistakes, and inexplicable hesitation are now appearing in their actions. Their energy is off and your aura is the measuring stick. Every step you take sends vibrations that pull the alignment toward your favor. You are no longer vulnerable to their games, you are the pivot point of reversal. Divine timing is working through you, reshaping what was meant to harm you into a ladder of opportunity. Type Amen to get blessing 210. The spaces around you will begin to signal change. Phones that were silent will ring, emails that were lost will arrive, and messages meant for another will appear in your hands. This is the divine reroute in motion. Every object, every encounter, every interaction is now charged with signs of your elevation. Pay attention to repetition. Numbers, colors, phrases, they all serve as indicators that the unseen hand is actively guiding your course. Your past efforts are being recognized in the spiritual realms, and the evidence will manifest tangibly. Type Amen to get blessing 431. Someone who was quietly aligned with you will soon step forward. They will not claim recognition for the work done, but their presence will serve as confirmation that the trap is dissolving. Be observant of subtle hints, a nod, a glance, or an unusual calm in conversation. Their energy will resonate with yours, amplifying the alignment and shifting authority back into your hands. The people who attempted to reroute your blessings will feel the sting of their own miscalculations, though they may never speak it aloud. Type Amen to get blessing 592. The next few days are critical. You will notice patterns repeating, moments that feel like déjà vu. These are not coincidences, they are divine markers showing that the trap's momentum has been stopped and now fully reversed. What was designed to derail you will serve as proof that your persistence and alignment are unshakable. Trust that even the smallest shifts, an unexpected conversation, an email, a delayed delivery are part of this reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 783. You will start to see someone from your inner circle behave differently. Their hesitation, their overcompensation, their sudden deference is a reflection of the unseen forces correcting the outcome. Do not confront them. Allow their actions and words to reveal the truth over time. Your victory is in observation and patience. The energy you carry now is magnetic, it pulls truth toward you and repels deceit without effort. Type Amen to get blessing 914. Divine favor is moving in your direction. Resources, recognition and confirmation that were delayed or blocked will now arrive in unexpected ways. A call, a message or even an unexpected gesture of support will demonstrate that your rise has been sanctioned beyond human understanding. Do not underestimate small wins, they are markers of larger changes happening in alignment with your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 1027. Your intuition is sharper than ever. Moments of hesitation in others, subtle glances and whispered words will all communicate what the eyes cannot reveal. This is the spiritual intelligence you've been developing. Trust it. Every signal you sense is part of a network of unseen guidance confirming that your path is being cleared. The trap's architects will feel pressure though they won't be able to explain why. Type Amen to get blessing 1158. A revelation is coming. Something hidden from your knowledge will surface in plain view. A document, a conversation, or even a long-forgotten promise will now manifest to confirm the accuracy of your perception. Watch for synchronicities, repeated names, dates, or locations will be key indicators that the divine has fully intervened. This is not luck, it is alignment in action. Type Amen to get blessing 1294. You are stepping into authority. Every choice you make will now carry weight and every silent act of patience will amplify your position. Those who sought to diminish you will witness your rise without interference. Their plans built in secrecy will unravel publicly or in subtle ways reflecting the realignment of spiritual order. You are not just protected, you are the instrument of correction. Type Amen to get blessing 1386. Expect confirmation from multiple sources simultaneously. A message, a call, or even an unexpected encounter will serve as a checkpoint that your spiritual alignment is complete. Do not underestimate these seemingly mundane events, they are signposts on your path ensuring that what was stolen is now restored. Your responsibility is to remain alert, open, and aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 1473. The energies that were once opposed to you will now begin to dissolve. Patterns of manipulation, false reports, and ill intentions will crumble under the weight of divine law. What was meant to bind you will now free you. You will feel it in your body, in your spirit, and in your environment. Your space will lighten and your sense of authority will expand without effort. Type Amen to get blessing 1532. Do not fear the changes in others. The people around you may react unpredictably, revealing motives that were hidden. This is a time for discernment, not confrontation. Your rise does not require their approval, only your alignment. The spiritual field you now occupy is protected by forces beyond comprehension. Even the smallest decision you make from here on will ripple across outcomes previously beyond your control. Type Amen to get blessing 1624. You may receive an unexpected offer, an invitation, or a confirmation that seems sudden. This is the divine ripple effect of the trap being dissolved. The light returning to your name will activate doors that were closed for years. Accept them with gratitude but without haste. Every step must reflect the wisdom gained from this experience. Type Amen to get blessing 1731. Your legacy is being restored. Everything that was planned to divert your blessings is now repurposed to affirm your rise. Those who try to manipulate outcomes will find their efforts ineffective. Their influence is diminishing, their authority dissolving, their secrecy exposed. The universe is correcting the trajectory. Stand firm in your presence and trust the spiritual flow. Type Amen to get blessing 1842. From this point forward you carry an authority that cannot be erased. The energies around you are attuned to your light. The misalignment others tried to impose is now corrected and your name is elevated in ways unseen. Your calm, your patience, and your alignment are the keys. Continue to move without fear. Continue to observe without interference. Your path is secure and your rise is undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 1950. You are now walking fully in favor. The protection around you is tangible though invisible. Doors that were locked, paths that were blocked and opportunities that seemed lost are now returning to you aligned and magnified. Your authority has shifted the scales. Those who plotted against you will realize too late that the victory they sought was never theirs to claim. Type Amen to get blessing 2035. Your spiritual senses will continue to guide you. Dreams will be sharper, signs will be clearer and encounters will now confirm your divine positioning. Do not ignore them. Every alignment, every confirmation, every signal is part of the restoration that was delayed but never denied. The trap was real but so is your power. And now the power has shifted completely in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 2112. Your aura is now marked by victory. Every step you take resonates with a power that was previously dormant. The silence you feel is not emptiness, it is space being cleared for your alignment. Doors that once seemed locked will now appear open, yet they respond only to your awareness. There is no need to push or pull. The divine is moving on your behalf, but it requires your conscious recognition. Stand firm, observe. The energy around you has shifted, subtle forces are now bending to accommodate the truth of who you are. Your timing is impeccable, your path unavoidable. Those who try to shadow you will feel the dissonance of their actions. They will notice a subtle change in tone when they attempt to manipulate circumstances, and their efforts will increasingly fizzle. Type Amen to get blessing 1234. The spiritual landscape surrounding you has become a field of clarity. People, conversations and situations that once felt heavy or confusing will now make sense with little effort on your part. Pay attention to recurring patterns, they are signals not coincidences. Someone from your past will attempt to re-enter your space, but their approach will carry a vibration you cannot ignore. Listen closely to your instincts. Their energy will carry remnants of the failed trap and your discernment must remain sharp. This is not paranoia, it is protection. The angels are coordinating synchrony around your decisions. Their guidance will come through sudden thoughts, unexpected advice, or messages that appear in perfect timing. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You may notice subtle physical sensations, pressure in your chest, tingles along your spine, a sudden shift in body temperature. These are confirmations that the unseen realm is actively rewriting agreements that were once against you. Do not discount these signals. They are the language of alignment. Trust that every sensation carries meaning. Someone who believed they could sway your course will now experience delays, confusion and miscommunication. Their plan was visible only to spiritual observers, but now because of your endurance the invisible barrier protecting your destiny is fully restored. You will begin to recognize the difference in moments, decisions and even in the tone of conversations that once felt disjointed. Type Amen to get blessing 3344. The air around you now carries a refined frequency. Your words, gestures and even thoughts are producing ripples that reach beyond immediate perception. Those who try to manipulate your reality will find their attempts thwarted by unseen forces. It is not punishment, it is natural consequence guided by divine oversight. Do not engage in retaliation, allow the universe to orchestrate justice in perfect order. You will notice events reversing, delays, mistakes and obstacles appearing for those who sought to diminish you. Your role is to stay in alignment, observe and walk without fear. The angels are actively correcting the timeline in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 4455. Your dreams will continue to deliver clarity. Symbols, numbers and faces will appear repeatedly. Keep a journal but do not overanalyze. These messages are confirmations that you have crossed a spiritual threshold. Each night when the veil is thinnest you will witness fragments of the process that once tried to bind you. Shadows will recede, mirrors will reflect truth and doors will appear unlocked. Someone will attempt to deceive you again but your discernment is now heightened. You will recognize manipulation instantly and their influence will no longer affect your outcomes. Stand firm in this newfound authority. Type Amen to get blessing 5566. People who once held sway over your energy will now be unable to maintain influence. Their attempts will seem bizarre to others but are consequences of the trap unraveling. Even those who were unaware of their complicity will feel the weight of shifted alignments. Do not engage, simply maintain your space. Your light is active and it repels those whose intentions do not match your vibration. Expect confirmations in small ways, a paused conversation, a missed call or an email that clarifies hidden motives. These subtle signs are your confirmation of protection and realignment. You are no longer negotiating with darkness. You are operating within light. Type Amen to get blessing 6677. A divine intervention is occurring around key aspects of your life, financial, personal and spiritual. Opportunities that were stalled due to the spiritual interference will now activate. Delays will reverse. Missed connections will reappear in perfect timing. Watch carefully for signs, a sudden call, an unexpected message or a meeting rescheduled. Each is a confirmation of the realignment in motion. The forces working on your behalf are meticulous, nothing is left to chance. Maintain awareness and stay in your center. Your energy is now the magnet for what is rightfully yours. Type Amen to get blessing 7788. Residual energies from the trap will attempt minor influence but your heightened awareness acts as a shield. There may be moments of discomfort, a fleeting worry, a sudden tension but these are merely echoes, not threats. Stand firm in your sovereignty, speak only from alignment and remain in stillness when provoked. Your calm will disarm attempts to manipulate outcomes. By keeping your focus, the divine channels will continue to reorient everything toward your benefit. Those who attempted to divert your path will find themselves confused, seeking solutions in a field they can no longer navigate. This is the law of spiritual consequence in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 8899. Your circle will begin to shift naturally. People who have aligned with your frequency will enter quietly, unnoticed at first, but their presence will reinforce your position. They are divinely assigned to support, validate and assist in your elevation. Do not force connections, observe who resonates with your energy. Those who were previously close but misaligned will begin to drift away. This is natural, it is not rejection, it is preservation of divine balance. Your boundaries are now protected by forces beyond what you can see, ensuring your path remains clear. Type Amen to get blessing 9900. The final confirmation of this cycle is already in motion. Divine guidance is actively ensuring that every plan designed against you has been dismantled. The trap's architects will notice inexplicable setbacks, confusion in their attempts and sudden interruptions in their activities. These signs are proof that divine oversight is fully operational. You are walking in the culmination of spiritual victory, a realm where the unseen battles have concluded and only your rightful alignment remains. Your responsibility is to remain aware, patient and steadfast. Each day notice subtle confirmations, smiles, messages, alignments that previously felt impossible. Type Amen to get blessing 10101. Your home, workspace, and personal items now carry a vibration of protection. Anything previously tampered with by the trap is being restored to your rightful ownership, spiritually and materially. Objects that held residue of interference will naturally lose influence. Doors will open that were once blocked. Your timing will synchronize with favorable conditions in unexpected ways. Someone will reach out with clarity, offering what was always intended for you. Be present, be patient, observe without forcing the timeline. The divine orchestration is flawless when you step into full awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 11212. The energy of your presence now commands respect in subtle ways. Conversations that once carried hidden agendas will now bend to truth. People who sought to deceive will hesitate and their words will lose impact. The frequency around you communicates authority, wisdom, and unshakable alignment. The trap's energy has not vanished entirely, but your connection to higher realms ensures it cannot take root. Your steps forward will continue to be marked by divine confirmations, synchronicities, and protections. Stay in observation and let the shifts unfold naturally. Type Amen to get blessing 12345. Someone who rejected you in the past is going to return, but this time the energy around them has shifted. They may act familiar or even attempt to charm, but the divine eye now sees all. Your discernment has been heightened. You will notice subtle clues in their tone, their hesitation, or the way they avoid your gaze. They cannot hide what they once intended in darkness. Walk steadily. Your awareness is your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The people who secretly aligned with the trap will begin to unravel. It will be subtle at first, a missed connection, a delayed response, or an unexplained tension. But their networks will start to fracture. Their influence will diminish without intervention. You are not required to act against them. Your rise alone is enough to create spiritual turbulence in their plans. Every step you take now carries weight beyond physical sight. Doors you didn't know existed will begin to open. Opportunities previously blocked by invisible hands will now find you. Conversations will shift unexpectedly. Resources will appear where they were denied. Your elevation is now tangible, moving from the spiritual into the physical. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Messages from unexpected sources will arrive. Some will confirm the alignment you feel, others will serve as validation for decisions you've yet to make. Pay attention to these signals. They are your divine instructions disguised as ordinary moments. The spiritual realms are communicating through the physical. Nothing is coincidental. Someone will attempt to mislead you again, but your instincts are sharper. You will notice when a voice carries hidden motives. You won't be misdirected. What was once invisible to you is now fully illuminated. You are no longer navigating the world as someone unaware. Your light exposes all hidden agendas. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. A letter, a message, or a small document may appear in the next 72 hours. Its significance will not be immediately obvious. Look for the energy behind it. This is part of your divine restoration. What was withheld from you is returning stronger, purer, and aligned to your destiny. The spiritual architecture of your life is being rewritten. Any attempt to influence or block your path will now rebound. The energies that opposed you will be redirected to serve clarity, justice, and alignment. Even the smallest acts of sabotage will fail. Those who try to manipulate your outcomes will begin to question their own strategies. Their anxiety is a signal that heaven is actively correcting the course. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. In the coming days you may experience dreams that feel vivid, almost prophetic. These dreams are coded messages. Symbols, colors, numbers, or repeated faces are all confirmations of divine alignment. Record them, reflect on them. Do not dismiss their guidance. They are keys to understanding the next phase of restoration. People who try to suppress your voice will now witness its influence. Your words once ignored or diminished will carry authority. Others will seek your counsel. Your presence will command respect without you speaking a word. This is the power of someone who walked through fire and survived unscathed. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Financial matters previously blocked will now align in your favor. Delayed payments, inheritance, or professional opportunities are now on the move. Resources will enter your orbit in unexpected ways. Someone who once attempted to divert what was yours will experience stagnation in contrast to your acceleration. Divine favor operates in precision. Your health and energy will begin to stabilize. The drain caused by the previous spiritual interference is dissipating. You may notice renewed vitality, mental clarity, and emotional balance. This restoration is necessary for the next level of your assignment. Your body, mind, and spirit are being synchronized with the influx of blessings. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. The people who remain in your life after this shift are those aligned with your purpose. Those who leave are simply falling away to clear your path. This is not rejection, it is refinement. Your circle is being spiritually filtered. You will recognize those who are genuine by their energy and their alignment with your light. Small miracles will manifest in ways that feel like coincidences, but they are divine confirmations. A call at the right time, a door opening unexpectedly, or someone reaching out with the exact solution you needed, all of this is orchestrated. Keep your awareness high, respond but do not chase. Flow with the divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 8282. A major decision you've been postponing will now present itself with clarity. You will understand what choice aligns with your destiny immediately. Trust your intuition. This moment has been prepared through the unseen battles you just overcame. Hesitation will no longer delay your progress. Your confidence will radiate and your decision will influence the next phase of elevation. The residue of the trap is disappearing completely. Small glitches, miscommunications and delays will no longer affect you. Any remaining echoes will dissolve within 72 hours. You are stepping into a stabilized realm where favor moves unhindered. Your energy field is now aligned, protected and magnetized for divine abundance. Type Amen to get blessing 9393. In your professional and personal life you will notice alignment manifesting quickly. People who once dismissed you will now recognize your influence. Opportunities that were previously hidden or delayed are now moving towards you. Your wisdom and discernment will be tested only to confirm your mastery. Your home and workspace are sanctuaries now. Keep them energetically clean and orderly. Objects that carry past interference should be cleared or blessed. The space you occupy must mirror the elevation you are stepping into. Your environment now serves your destiny rather than hindering it. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. The victories you are witnessing are not temporary. They are the outcome of divine orchestration over years. You are stepping into a continuous flow of favor, protection, and abundance. From this moment forward, every step you take will echo in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical. Doors that once remained shut are now preparing to swing wide in anticipation of your arrival. People who underestimated you will begin to sense an invisible weight, a presence they cannot challenge or ignore. They will feel the consequences of the light that you now carry effortlessly. The energy you emit will act as a beacon for favor, protection, and new opportunities. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. Even simple actions will now carry influence. A conversation you initiate, a meeting you attend, a decision you make will resonate in ways previously unseen. Those who sought to manipulate outcomes against you will feel inexplicable resistance. They will encounter delays, confusion and misalignment as the heavens intercept their designs. You are not involved in their unraveling actively, simply your alignment and unwavering presence is enough to redirect their path. Opportunities meant to be withheld are rushing toward you, arriving with precision, timing and abundance. Type Amen to get blessing 6161. You will begin to recognize spiritual codes appearing in everyday life. Repeated numbers, sudden insights, subtle coincidences, and moments of déjà vu will serve as confirmations that the divine is actively guiding your path. Every step you take now has been preordained to avoid delay and resistance. The trap's residue is dissipating rapidly. You may still encounter fleeting unease, but it will be brief, a reminder of the darkness that tried to shift your destiny. Trust the sensations, they are the last echoes of interference being erased from your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. Unexpected messengers will appear. Some will deliver information that seems trivial at first glance, but embedded within it is confirmation of divine alignment. Look for patterns in their words, subtle shifts in tone or small slips that reveal truth. Your discernment has been heightened to notice what was invisible before. Archangel Michael stands behind you, ensuring that the final strands of manipulation are severed completely. The trap was never just about what you could see, it was about your faith, patience and ability to remain aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 8383. Material and spiritual blessings will now move in tandem. Delays in finances, stalled projects and unresponsive connections will begin to realign. What was lost will be returned, upgraded and delivered with acceleration. The one who attempted to intercept your favor will witness the restoration unfold around you while powerless to intervene. Their influence is fading, their credibility weakening, and their attempts to reverse the natural order will collapse. Everything they built against you will now serve as evidence of your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 9494. Your body, mind and spirit are entering a phase of recalibration. Physical tension will melt away, sleep will deepen and your intuition will sharpen dramatically. Dreams will continue to deliver prophetic insights. Pay attention to seemingly minor occurrences, they are confirmations that timelines are being corrected. Anything from your past trying to reassert itself will appear briefly only to dissolve under your strengthened aura. Your energy field has become a shield, a magnet and a compass all at once. Type Amen to get blessing 10101. People who once opposed you will instinctively respect boundaries now without confrontation. Those who attempted to deceive or manipulate will encounter natural resistance as they try to move forward in the world. Their failures are your confirmations. The divine court has enacted verdicts on their behalf and you are merely witnessing the natural consequences of alignment. Gratitude for survival, patience and obedience will amplify your influence even further. Opportunities and guidance will now arrive in ways that feel miraculous but are simply the execution of divine order. Type Amen to get blessing 1. Your social and professional circles will begin to realign. Those who were misaligned with your journey will naturally fall away. New allies, connections and mentors will emerge suddenly. Their energy will harmonize with yours, effortlessly accelerating your rise. Trust your instincts when recognizing these individuals, they are not coincidental encounters but divinely orchestrated. Your presence will begin to command respect even from strangers because the heavens have marked you visibly and spiritually. Type Amen to get blessing 12121. You will notice subtle protection around every interaction. Doors you once approached with hesitation will open without effort. People, information and resources that were delayed will now converge around you. Every step is pre-approved by divine will, every encounter calibrated to guide you toward maximum alignment. Do not worry about timing, execution or human logistics. The universe has taken over the orchestration. Simply walk, observe and allow the flow. Type Amen to get blessing 13131. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. Your journey is no longer under threat. The cycles that attempted to block your rise have been closed. Every file, every record, every plan crafted against you has been reversed or nullified. Your name carries authority in realms previously inaccessible. The divine has set your path ablaze with favor, protection, and opportunity. Everything moving forward now is pre-aligned with your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 14141.